Hey, what's up everybody? Before I show you guys the Vectrex, for anybody interested, I'll have a link in the description for a really good website that I found that's got some downloads for this and that on the Vectrex, including the original technician's manual in PDF form. So all you need is Adobe Reader. And very good if you need to work on one of these things, as it shows schematics, it shows it in an exploded view, so you know what you're looking for. And also gives like troubleshooting on what might be wrong with it, so you're not just going in blind to repair it, which fortunately mine's working, and until it is totally not working, I am not opening this thing. Just too touchy on these. Anyways, good stuff on that, and has some scans of the top sticker for the controllers, which helped me out. Is the one that was on mine, the original sticker, was just beat to shit. Somebody tried to peel it off with a knife and just tore hell out of it, and then instead of being smart and just giving up and throwing away the sticker, they glued it back on with hard glue. So it wasn't easy to remove, but I was able to put on a really good substitute, which I'll show you guys on that, what I did. So, also got my games in from Atari2600.com. Just 3 of them that I picked up, loose carts, all good games. And I can't remember the individual prices for them, but for the prices of the games, including tax and shipping, it was just under 40 bucks, which is not bad for Vectrex games. So we've got Solar Quest, Rip Off, and Clean Sweep. And I am using my HD cam on my PC instead of using the built-in one on my Apple, so I can move the cam and show you some gameplay on those. And I'll show you that the system is working. So, let's see. Yeah, I think I'll do this. I'll detach the controller and show you guys what I did. Just easier to do. This came out surprisingly good. What I don't understand is he had a scan for the GCE version, which is the original brand for Vectrex, and then he had a better scan for the Milton Bradley version, which I don't know how long that lasts, man. I seldom even see them for sale. So Milton Bradley must have bought it right when the video game crash hit, so maybe just a few systems got out. But anyways, that one looks cooler. And the fact it was in higher resolution, so it wasn't coming out all pixelated and blurry. I went ahead and did that one, so now I have a kind of hybrid between the two systems. Here's how it turned out. I like how they did kind of a neon look there for where it says Vectrex. It just looks cool. Much better designed than the original. What I did on that was use some photo paper, got it all printed out, all cut to size for the controller, so it was all ready to go on. For glue, I used some Elmer's craft glue that stays tacky, doesn't dry hard as a rock, so if I have to peel that off to get at the screws, as the screws are under the damn sticker in order to take the controller apart, I can do that without too much of a fight. But one little trick that I found out, I don't know if anybody else has tried this or not, and it worked really well. I'll show you again here. As you can see, it's got a nice sheen to it now, where it looks like it's printed on plastic, or whatever they use, vinyl, whatever you want to call it. In order to get that effect, and also make it to where the ink won't run off of that ever, as it is paper, I got some, brand was it? It's Rust-Oleum, just clear coat paint, and I'm talking really light coats. Don't just douse it on there, because you are dealing with printer ink and it might run on you, and once you've doused it with this stuff, you're going to have to reprint another damn overlay there. But just a couple fine swipes, and what I did was about 3 swipes or so at most, depending on how light you're going, so you get a nice even coat, but wait about 2 hours in between each one to make sure it's all dry so you don't have anything run. And I was very impressed on how it looks. The only thing that kind of ticks me off, which is the fault of the last owner or previous or whatever, man, the glue. As you can see here, there's some bumps here and there. I'm trying to get it right. Yeah, see those creases? It's where they just put on gobs of glue and just mashed the damn sticker back on. I'm thinking a little kid. An adult couldn't possibly be that stupid to screw it up that much. Had to have been a little kid that did it. But other than that, looks good. So, cool enough. I'll hook this thing up and show you guys some gameplay. So if I can see where the hell the goddamn controller ports are. I will never have enough light in this damn room. Let's see. I'll show you guys some clean sweep here first. After I show you guys some gameplay on this, man, I got one of those nice little stories to bring up to you guys on my buddy John, man. He had a definite awesome luck score yesterday. Just timing was perfect on it. That has to do with one of these. Let's fire her up and hopefully it won't blow up the house. Gives you an idea of clean sweep. Definitely worth picking up all three of these. Great games. Definitely one of those games that needs rapid fire. These little guys start getting pretty damn quick. Anyways, let's rip off. Oh, and make sure all the victims fly into the sun, or at least put them out of their misery. can save the little bastards. I'd say out of the three, that's the coolest one. That's definitely a fun one. Good takeoff on asteroids type games. And for anybody that hasn't seen it, like that's possible. This is YouTube. I'll show you guys the built-in game, which is also good. This is one of those systems to where really wish it would have lasted long enough to get a good line of games for it. It really is a great little system, man. This is definitely like asteroids. Love the teleport on it, man. It's just cool as all hell. Just warp to the next level. Shut her down. Yeah. Anyways, speaking of this system, yesterday, man, as we're having our monsoons hit, we got pounded big time. I mean, just rained like hell, and at the start it was just by the bucketful, just flooded everything. And I was in town shopping, man. All of a sudden it's like I'm in the store and on the ceiling of the store, roof, whatever. And I looked outside, man, and it's like the whole parking lot looked like a swimming pool. It was just solid water. But it's crazy. I was hanging out over at John's before that, at Video Game World, and he'd gotten a call from a little old lady saying, "I've got a Vectrex system. Are you interested?" It's like, hell yeah, man. Whenever you feel like it, bring it over. And she literally brought that thing over an hour before it started raining like hell, and he shut the store down. And it was one of those things to where she was ready to sell it to somebody else, but she was going to hit him up first. So, pure luck. And he kind of hinted to me today that it might end up in my collection. I just don't know if I want to fork out that much more stuff to trade for it, but the one he got is in really good condition for one that's just loose. It's really the only flaw that I saw on it was just a couple marks on the plastic on the front part of the machine, which I don't know why they did it like this, which it probably looked really cool back in the day when it first came out and the paint was in good shape, but the front part of these Vectrex systems is painted with kind of a light metallic black, and then the back piece is just black plastic. So just kind of a two-tone, but that paint's pretty thin. Kind of like the kind of like what they did on the Atari Lynx. I just can't remember if it was the first or second one. They did the same thing. They painted it and that paint would come off. So it's got kind of a streak going across the face of it at the bottom where it's all white, which you could probably touch up. Other than that, man, the controller is like new. When I turned it on, hardly any hum, like the thing hardly got used, man. Unfortunately, it only had 2 games, but what was cool is one of the games turned out to be one of the rare ones, or just really scarce. I think he got Spike, which is about $20 at most for a loose cart, and that's paying high price on eBay, otherwise maybe 15 bucks for loose. The other one was Space something. Space Castle. Happens to be rare title, and after playing it I could see why. It's pretty abysmal on the graphics compared to the ones I just showed you guys. It doesn't fill up the whole screen with stuff, which is what makes this thing look cool, is when the whole screen's lighting up with the vector graphics. But it's one where you got kind of a ship or space station dead center, which is your target, and then it's got like rings of shielding going around it, and you gotta shoot at that and just blow it away in chunks while it's sending bad guys out to get your ship. That's pretty much it, and it's just dead center, so a lot of empty space around you. Otherwise, not a bad game. But it's worth about 50 bucks for a loose cart on eBay, man, which is crazy. And this lady gave him a great deal. So if I'm lucky, I might end up with it, because it would be nice to have one that's in good shape to where I could just touch it up and have that as the display piece, and then have this one to play games on. So if one dies, Jobu made another one. So anyways, that's the end of this vid. I do have some more stuff to show. I just got to dig it up. I've been sorting through stuff in here, sorting through stuff in my side room, which half of it I'm using as storage. The other half, where my dad used to sleep as he had his little man cave, I'm turning that into a game room to where I can just kick back on a couch with friends and play retro games. And I've got my main machine in there and stuff, and retro posters and whatnot. So that's what I've been working on lately, hence why I haven't been doing too many videos, man. Just wearing myself out, moving stuff, going through stuff. Hence I had a lot of extra just odds and ends things that I really don't need in my collection, that I just shipped off to John to build up my store credit to get stuff like this. So I'm using him to get some of the systems that I don't have yet, as this is one of my holy grail systems for me, man. Back in the day when I was a little kid, as this came out in '82, man, I got to play one in a toy store. And that was just a pure luck thing, because it wasn't out very long. And I'm thinking it was towards the end of its life, is I saw it that one time, and then when we went back, when I was thinking of getting one, all gone. So just pure luck to be able to get my hands on one back in the day. It's one of those cool little experiences of my childhood, other than the time that I shaved one of my cats. So, later, bye.